Mr. Potter. Oh, Mr. Potter. We have to figure out what's going on with Mary. Guys, I love Jimmy Stewart quite a bit. One of my favorite movies of all time is It's a Wonderful Life. I know people hate on that movie sometimes, but I love that movie. There's so many like member berries and heartstrings and all that. Vertigo is great. Everything. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I love Jimmy Stewart. I think it's one of those hard things to actually cast for Jimmy Stewart. I know they've been trying to do it for a long time. The movie is called Jimmy. It's coming out in November of 2026. So a little bit over a year in the making. They're about to start shooting right now. And Jimmy Stewart has been finally cast after, I feel like I heard about this about 6 months to a year ago. There have been conversations for a long time about who could play Jimmy Stewart. And we actually have it per Variety. KJ Apa has been cast as Jimmy Stewart. Now, you know what this is? He actually was in Riverdale, the series on the CW for years. Right. He also was in A Dog's Purpose, The Hate You Give, I Still Believe, One Fast Movie, and more. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be hard for him to overcome this because it's going to be hard to be Jimmy Stewart. I think a lot of people are going to be judging him a lot, no matter what he does. I hope the best for him. I hope that he brings some heart and some soul to Jimmy Stewart. He made a statement saying, I have always been a huge James Stewart fan and feel so honored to bring this story to life. As someone from New Zealand, I long admired the generation of American men who stood for patriotism, integrity, and a deep sense of duty. It is important to me to give back to a country that has given me so much. And what better way to do that than becoming an honoring a man who served it with great honor, which I think is great because Jimmy Stewart is a war veteran turned Hollywood heartthrob, turned star, turned movie icon. And I always will love Jimmy Stewart. Jason Alexander's in this movie as well. Max Casella. There's a bunch of people. Sandra Drew. I love Sandra Drew. Sarah Drew. I worked with her on a movie back in Michigan, but she also was in like Mad Men before. But a great cast coming out November 2026, guys. Will this be great? Are we excited about it? I am excited to see what happens with Jimmy Stewart. But I do say it's going to be tough to fill those shoes, guys. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, guys. What do we think? We lose Luke? I think we might have lost Luke for a second, guys. Harvey is so good, Queen. One of my favorite movies, too. I know there was a one point where Robert Downey Jr. was trying to remake it, playing Jimmy Stewart's part, which I thought would have been kind of cool, actually. I remember my friend Harvey. Harvey, guys. Harvey's my 6-foot-tall wild rabbit. He's my favorite guy. I love Harvey.
Nice.
I gotta say, I love Jimmy Stewart. Ronald, hey Ronald, what do you think about this, Ronald? Do you think that someone could play Jimmy Stewart like me or what?
I don't know like you, but I think somebody can really try. I read about this the other night and I was so tickled by it. I just think it's great. What a great man to do that. My favorite movie was The Philadelphia Story.
Oh yeah, you really like that? He was really good?
I really did. In fact, that was always one of my classic favorites, and my newer favorite was Heathers. My contemporary favorite would be Heathers.
Oh, nice. What do you think, though? What do you think about filling these shoes, though? First of all, let me ask you this question. So I was going to ask this. I think it just matters to say this. Like, do people even know who Jimmy Stewart is, though? The vast majority of Gen Z, Gen Alpha, that's what I worry about going to a box office like this. You think we're going to be fine?
I don't think they do. However, I do think people can respect because he was in black and white. So they know he was somebody that was respectable.
Yeah. And honestly, his story is quite the story to tell.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like you don't make him like Jimmy Stewart anymore. You just don't,
No.
And everything I've heard about the stories about him, how great he was, how kind he was. I aspire to be like Jimmy Stewart in a lot of ways. I would love to have that man's career. He was always being like the nice guy.
Oh, yeah. That cast on Philadelphia Story, Cary Grant, him, and Katharine Hepburn. Now, I have the same love affair for Katharine Hepburn that I have for Courtney Cox.
Do you really?
I read all of Katharine's books.
Oh, man. I love that, Ronald. So, are you interested to see, because they're probably maybe they'll have some of these, Hollywood, stars that are in this movie, too, alongside him, right? They got to be in there.
That would be great. Like when he's shooting a movie, just some little snippet of something would be fantastic.
And I wonder, how much is going to cover, too, because, again, you probably could have him, start something quick of him being in the military, getting out and going to Hollywood and seeing his career go. Or do you jump into, the fiasco that happened with It's a Wonderful Life, where they spent all this money and they thought it was a big, massive bomb. And they you know what I mean? They thought that was going to be a big movie, and it became one eventually. But when it actually came out, you could tell a whole movie about that.
I think it's got to start somewhere from the beginning, like the military. Otherwise, if it just picks up, I think that's people would maybe be uncertain about what the story is, and who he is.
I mean, the man was one of a kind. I mean, he was
Yes.
the first, I would say, star actor in Hollywood
Whoa!
that went and served.
Cary Grant
I
was in
told
that
you
movie,
this
too.
earlier.
Cary Grant.
But
Cary
he was
Grant.
the first. He was the first lead actor that went active duty military,
Oh,
and he served. He flew 43 missions in Europe,
Wow. And then he
and
also
came home with a major PTSD, or as they called it, different name in those days, but same thing. And Donna Reed got him through that movie. By
and
being
Donna
there
Reed
for
was
him.
fantastic in that movie too, right?
Donna Reed, yeah.
They developed a lifelong friendship because he was going through some serious issues with PTSD during the filming of the movie, and she just was there for him.
Nice.
What do you think about this casting, GR? Is it going to be easy for this guy to step into the shoes of Jimmy Stewart?
Hell, no, it's going to be very, very difficult. I mean, this guy was one of a kind, and I don't know enough about the young man to know if he has the chops, and I pray to God he does, because this is, in a lot of ways, an important movie.
It's a chance of it's a career. It's a role of a lifetime. It's a role of a lifetime for this guy too. But I feel like some pictures I see, I can kind of see a little Jimmy Stewart in him.
I do too.
Sans the red hair. We don't want to have without the red hair. Like I see him, but I think that there's his face kind of has that structure. He's a tall guy too. So, I mean, we'll have to see. And this is a big opportunity for him, GR too. And all you guys, it's a big opportunity. I just hope that he nails it, GR. I hope he does. Like you were saying, I hope he just knocks it out of the ballpark.
Oh, he better, or it's gonna hurt him a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys were all throwing out films. I'll take Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I love that movie.
Yes, that's
it's so good. It's so good. I got to propose a bill. I love it so much. He's fighting for I got to go with Jimmy Stewart all day, guys. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. So that's why this has got to be good for me. Luke, what do you think about James Stewart himself? Were you ever a fan? Do you think that this could be would this be a role that you'd like to step into? As it be hard for this actor to portray the living legend himself?
I mean, I think any time that you step into a biopic as an actor, you're doing something different. It's not just pure, I'm going to take this character on as an actor. I'm going to take this human being's life on and try and do it justice. And that is a different story. I think the more controversial the person, the more shoes he has to fill, and the better the movie can be. And I think this guy's going to do great. I like what he has done. I like that they're not picking somebody that is like he's not Brad Pitt or.
I was just going to say that.
He's not that. He's not what you would consider just Hollywood royalty yet.
Yeah,
right.
He couldn't be. I don't know anything about this guy. I hope he's going to be great. And the thing is, people don't need to go into it thinking they're going to see A Wonderful Life. They're going to go. They need to go into it and just feel. And I don't know anything about the guy's life. I don't know all the things about his life, but it is one of my favorite Christmas movies because it's something I used to watch with my grandmother every year. It's just I don't know. It's just old movies like that, the black and white movies. Yeah, like there was so much hope in them. You didn't have a movie without knowing that tomorrow was, even though it isn't promised, it is there, and we should do what we can do to become better and love more. And I think
CinemaScope.
I love that.
I love that. I just hope that I hope that he does his thing and makes it great. And I think we're gonna have to wait for the writing at the end of the day and all the other things. It takes so many cogs of a wheel to create a good film. And when it comes to a biopic, it's it can be hit or miss, but we could just end up with a fun story. I don't know.
Nice. I'm down.
I'm down too. I love that. I love the perspective on that, Lou, too. It's like the love. And like you're saying that your grandma used to watch it too. I used to watch it with my family. And when one of my best friends, always reminds my best friend, Ben, he passed away. Oh man, when he was 27, it's been 13 years. And this was like one of the movies like he introduced me to and was like, because I love Jimmy Stewart, but he's like, have you not watched Wonderful Life? We were like really super young. And so every time I think of Jimmy Stewart, I think about Ben too. So it's like, do justice for Jimmy Stewart, you know?
Hey, GR, I've got something you're going to love that's fascinating. Cary Grant did not serve in the military. While he attempted to join the British Navy during World War II, he was told he could better serve his country by continuing to work in Hollywood and boost morale. He was involved in various war effort activities, including Hollywood Victory Committee, blah, 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 and donating movie salaries to the British war efforts.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a very true story. I heard about that from my folks.
Right on.
Wow.
My folks, they were teenagers during that time.
Okay.
My mom did what they called air raid watches on the top of the building she worked in.
Oh my God!
For when the Germans flew over.
Wow.
And in fact, my mom's brother, cute story. He got tired because the Germans used to fly over northern London to go to London over their houses every night. So they'd be the air raid sirens going on, and they all had those little shelters in the backyard. Yeah. And he refused to come down one night. And my grandmother was begging him to come down. And this was when the Germans were coming back to Europe. So they flew over the houses again. Well, they had one bomb left, and they dropped it in the street.
Oh, wow.
And it blew up, and my uncle ran over my grandmother to get into that shelter.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Never had a problem getting him there. But another one that did that a lot of people don't know about, Ron, was John Wayne.
Oh, really? Oh,
he wanted to serve, and
I could see that.
They wouldn't let him.
Interesting. I like the fact of boosting morale. I mean, that's a big honor.
Yeah. Well, I think even like see what this is actually bringing is like nostalgia, the heartfelt feelings and all that, right? Is just the idea of Jimmy Stewart. People have a persona they think about him that makes them feel a certain way. So I'm telling you right now, if you're playing again Jimmy Stewart, guys, at the end of the day, be your best. And you gotta dominate. Hopefully they do a great script. Now his daughter, Jimmy Stewart's daughter, is actually executive producer on here as well. And she's adapting the script too. And she's making sure that it's right. So that's gonna be something that makes me hopeful about this as well.
Good.
You know, so the family is involved, which always goes a long way. Sometimes the family's not involved, and I'm like, but the family's involved. You got, that goes forever. And I really hope that they can actually do Jimmy some justice. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Do Jimmy some justice next November, guys.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all. KRUSE CONTROL.